Mm-mm. But Simmons was taller over there, so what if it
It
was?
was on the ground.
It
Oh,
could
what
have.
the
No,
heck?
it wasn't. But because I remember the box. But we could have had an 8, 8.5. Could have had 8.5, an 8.5 to a 9
What,
Mhm.
Louis? What?
over there.
What, Louis?
And Greg Anthony.
Yeah.
This is Kelly.
For the top one would have been just
Yeah, but if we put the tree right in front of the window, right? Did we?
At 65.
Then we could have had a
Huge.
10, 11.
We always
Because the middle of that
we always
7,
put the tree in the window at the old house.
Did you?
at first we was
Because
putting
we
in the
had that
corner
little-
though.
Yeah, we were, and
Then we
then
put the TV there.
we started.
See, Bigfoot.
Yeah, it was going in the corner.
I like you type.
Window. Like I was saying, one day we
Fine.
like this one,
Wait, that was
like,
Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. They've hit a little bit of a skid here, playing right around the league average now.
I think for New Orleans, they're moving in the wrong direction. The good news, though, it's still early in the season. A lot of games left to be played, plenty of time to turn things around.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've got OG Anunoby. He's out there with Brown, and it's Flowers in at the 5, down low. And for the Raptors, we've got Walker. He's out there with Jackson, and it's Lindsey in at the shooting guard position. We'll have to keep our eyes on the center matchup, Greg, in this one. These two bigs bring so much to their respective teams.
Yeah, and remember when people thought centers were going extinct? Look around the league. There's so much talent at that position, including the two guys we get to watch here tonight. Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Now, here's Stevenson. He's guarded closely. On the wing, Stevenson. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Pelicans ball.
Here's Pendergraph. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Milwaukee. Passes to Flowers. Outside Mathurin. He takes it in. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Anunoby. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto with the ball. Stevenson outside. Lindsey defended by Mathurin. His three-pointer's off the mark. Round kicks to Anunoby. The three. Flowers. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, after missing 3 straight, they finally get one to go down.
Dishes to Stevenson. Left side Jackson. Pass to Walker.
Pelicans foul. That is first personal foul. First team foul.
Brown against Stevenson. Here's Jackson, 6 on the shot clock, and he banks in the layup.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
Here's Flowers. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against New York.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break. Here or there, they probably could have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments, and that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
Here's Pendergraft. Goes back up, and it's good on the layup. He's got 6. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The dish to Jackson. Pass to Stevenson. A 3 ball. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Pendergraft. He's guarded by Stevenson, and that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Steal numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He'll need to put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight. Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. From outside the arc, and again, Toronto with the triple.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Pendergraft passes to Flowers. Right side to Walker. Into the lane. And the dunk by Walker.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group. Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Each team has played more than just a few games. This deep into the season, Doris, is it too early to call a team or a player a surprise?
I think so, because the year is so long. So often we'll see a team in the first 20 games either outperform or underperform what we expect, and they'll usually find their level.
Now, here's Stevenson. 20 points for him last game against New York.
And it was a huge night for him at the other end as well. How about the steals? And he was just a big headache the entire game.
Here's Walker. They lead by 1. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Stevenson missing.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Toronto's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Here's Walker. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Outside Mathurin. Five to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Here's Flowers. A kick out to Brown. They shoot again. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Toronto, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Fires away from outside. And the basket by Stevenson. Stevenson's got his second bucket tonight. Pelicans trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Flowers the pass to Mathurin. Money from the wing.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And Doris, you watch the defenses try to corral Benedict Mathurin. He always seems to have an answer, doesn't he?
He does, Kevin. This guy knocks down jumpers in a variety of ways, whether it's off the bounce, catch-and-shoot situations. His mechanics are clean, he's confident, and boy, he is aggressive. That's about taking no chances. Benedict Mathurin at the cup, yes, sir.
Here's Milutinov. It's rebounded by New Orleans. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad, and finished off by Brown.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Stevenson. 6 points for him. His 5th miss. Out 2 for 7 from the floor. The pass to Flowers. Back to Brown. Left side, Mathurin. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Mathurin's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, Mathurin is a force inside. He can power you down or he can get around you in a hurry.
And Walker kicks to Jackson. Stevenson outside. And again, Toronto no luck.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Passes it to Pendergrass. They set the pick. Fires for 3. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. Pass to Stevenson. Looking to get it going. Here's Milutinov. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass. Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made 1 basket in this period.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open team. You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Toronto.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
From 12 feet out, and it's good. 2 points. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Chandar, and another basket for Toronto.
You know, execute the turnaround as well as he did there, and there's not much a defense can do about it. Just have to hope the shot's not falling.
And they call an illegal screen here. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto, they're sitting 8th right now in the early going. And, of course, there's the Pelicans, 3 spots below. Here's Norris. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Fast break, Toronto. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
.32 seconds left to play in the first. Harper the pass to Sparks. 6 to shoot. McDowell White. He's guarded by Anunoby. Three, Marshall. And it's Harper with the rebound. Lets the three fly. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Toronto ahead, up by 1. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
22.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
The Pelicans trail. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Negron. Zazulin tries again, and he lays it up and in. And the Pelicans lead by 1. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Greg, there has been some talk of having overtime play do a target score. Can you make the case for that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, more certainty on how long the broadcast will go, right, Kevin? And protecting players from the heavy minute loads that can result from those games that go into multiple overtimes. So I like that idea.
Toronto with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. No coverage that time.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Negron. It's hauled in by Norris.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Friday, then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Negron. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Here's Norris. He's got 6. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Zazulin. Rebound by the Raptors.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now, here's Harper. No scoring in this one. Here's Sparks.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Fires away from way outside. That shot off.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Marshall can't hit. Raptors with the lead. Shoots from the baseline. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And Toronto has possession. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
To the middle, Zazulin. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now, here's Marshall. Last game out, he had 14. Pass to Fitzgerald. Back to Dunn. 2 points. That one goes. Dunn's got his first basket of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Norris. And again, no good by Toronto.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
First team foul.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
They didn't hesitate to start working the offensive glass, and I tell you, those efforts have been rewarded with these second chance points.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Now, here's Harper. And again, unable to change momentum here.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Raptors trail by 5. Here's Chandara. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. A shake. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Chandara. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Negron. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. The Pelicans 4th.
You know, they've certainly been knocking down threes at a high rate. You can just see their confidence growing.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Now, among the changes this year is the NBA is granting coaches a second challenge if their first one is successful. Now, coaches had been hesitant to use their one challenge earlier in games, even when calls seemed pretty clearly to have been missed. The downside to a second challenge, more stoppages, but the league may look at other measures to help keep the game moving. Kevin?
Yeah, I like that, DA. A lot of things to consider, thanks. And that one misses.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Marshall. New Orleans leading by 8. Negron, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. First one falls for.
Taking 2 shots.
That one is no good.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
For Toronto, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. And the Pelicans making a change here. Anunoby's checked in, and he sinks the second. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Negron. 2 free throws coming up, and they call. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the
previous play is
tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like.
the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
We need you to get down right now for your north side crew.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Raptors trail by 9. Here's Lindsay. Offline with his 3. Outside Mathurin. And again, no good by New Orleans. So it's Toronto now. This is to Walker. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Zazulin. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Jackson deciding where to go with it. In the corner, it's Stevenson. There's the steal. Rebound by the Raptors. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Both shots good from the stripe. Pelicans leading by 7. Going inside. Got a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
Clock at 6. And the layup falls. 8 points for him.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
It's rebounded by New Orleans. Anunoby's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control. Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Got it to drop!
Goodbye!
He got it to drop!
Goodbye and good night.
There's a screen. Oh, Anunoby in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, you love to see OG Anunoby be engaged on the offensive end. Boy, being rewarded for looking for his shot.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Raptors ball. Pelicans substitution. Brown.
44 seconds left in the first half of the game. From deep, Walker. He can't get that one to fall. Pelicans leading by 10. Negron, guarded by Walker. Kicks to Brown. Shot clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 12-point Pelican lead.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now, here's Stevenson. He got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's New Orleans enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Toronto Raptors.
Man, this is too much hero ball offensively. Too many quick shots. Shooting under 40%, man, that will prevent you from winning most of the time.
And we'll see what adjustments they cook up, if any. Okay, time now to see how the Eastern Conference is starting to shape up. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Pelicans leading by 12. Walker out there with Jackson. Then it's Stevenson. And it's Lindsay in a 2-guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Toronto grabs the miss. And here's Stevenson for 3. The shot off that time. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Negron, he's guarded by Stevenson, and he comes up with the deuce. He's got 19.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Down low. It's hauled in by Brown.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity. Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
The pass to Stevenson. Goes up from the top of the key. That one goes. Count it. Stevenson's got 14 points.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Brown with the screen on Stevenson. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. The layup missed. Raptors trail by 15. Outside Jackson. Driving to the basket. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And on that drive, Jackson so forceful, which helps him draw the foul there while taking the contact.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Pendergraph. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Toronto with the ball. OG Anunoby making his last shot. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Chandara. And again, no good by Toronto.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Now, here's Marshall. Tight defense on him. From past the arc. Toronto grabs the miss.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
And a moment to see numbers for Brown. Averaging about 11 points, 6 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And the Raptors with the ball, following the score by New Orleans.
And there's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Out to the right wing. A baseline J. Unable to get that one.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Over in the corner, Mathurin buries it from three-point range. Mathurin's got 9.
Mathurin showing his willingness to be ready on the catch. Go ahead.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Norris. He has 6. Here's Sparks. Some solid defense from Brown. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Norris with the drive. Dives for it, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. The Pelicans 4th.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Here's Pendergraph. Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard. I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Flowers, guarded by Jackson. Here's Flowers, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pelicans.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Good on both. Here's Norris. 6 points for him. He kicks it to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Can they get it? It's rebounded by New Orleans.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Here's Sparks. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his second.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First trip to the line for him here.
At the line for Toronto. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. So both teams making some changes here. So we can't get either to fall. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And Pendergraph kicks to Dunn. Outside Mathurin. Shoots over Bouknight. And it's Mathurin missing. Toronto's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Stevenson. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And Stevenson drops them both. For New Orleans, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Here's Pendergraph, takes it inside, and he makes good on the layup. Pendergraph's got 5 points in the quarter.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, top man is going for the jugular.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night, 3 in the first half.
Pass to Mathurin. Williams comes with a double team. Back to Mathurin. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. 22 points for him.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
On the wing, Stevenson. 19 points in the game. And Dunn over to help. Pass to Bouknight. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Dunn outside. 1:49 left here in the third quarter. Count it.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Stevenson. Providing around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Flowers. He's guarded by Williams. That's off his 4th miss in 13 attempts. And here's Stevenson. Pass to Bouknight. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. And it's Stevenson missing. New Orleans gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Pendergraph passes to Mathurin.
Raptors foul. That's his
The Pelicans making a switch here. Adele's checked in.
Checking in for the Pelicans. Number 33, Ismail.
There's 45 seconds left in the third. Outside Mathurin. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Here's Sparks. Battles through traffic and lays it in. He's got 10.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Dunn misses. Now Stevenson. He's got 19. Lets it go from deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Toronto calls timeout.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
We need you to get foul right now. North side. Give it up once again for your North.
And so it's Walker with it who brings it up for the Raptors. So for New Orleans right now, Anunoby out there with Brown. And it's Flowers in at the 5 spot. It's picked off. One-on-one here. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Back to Brown. Clock at 6. Lets it go from 11, and the bank shot is good. He's got 21.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now, here's Marshall. There's the pick. Negron. Walker with the rebound. Toronto shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Back to Stevenson. Launches it. Pelicans with the rebound.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And there's the drive. And the layup's good off the glass.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
That's his third personal foul.
That free throw good from Stevenson.
At the line for 2.
And Stevenson drops them both. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Marshall passes to Kersey. Poked away, stolen by Walker. 3-on-3. From the high post, it's hauled in by Brown. Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Here's Byers. Brown against Walker. There's the pass to Marshall. Here's Byers, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Brown against Stevenson. Passes it to Lindsay. They swipe it. Brown outside. Pass to Kersey. Puts up a deep three. Drills the three-pointer.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Fitzgerald the pass to Kersey. Marshall deciding where to go with it. They set the pick. Three-pointer. Toronto grabs the miss.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Fitzgerald the pass to Marshall. It's good from long range.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Stevenson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Brown inside. No good with the layup. Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And it's Stevenson missing.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Brown with it. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here are the Raptors now. Here's Milutinov, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's Fitzgerald. Off target from outside. The Raptors have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Connects from three-point range.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
And he gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And here are the Raptors now, following the score by New Orleans. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's Sparks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Toronto.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Pelicans making a change here. Second free throw, no good.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Pass to Kersey. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Marshall. Here's Fitzgerald. No good on the triple. To the right side. Here's Milutinov. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
And the pass to Kersey. Done outside. Zazulin. Another shot. It's deflected. Here he goes. Passes it to Sparks. Back to Walker. On the wing, Walker misses the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Marshall passes to Kersey. There's the pick. Pass to Fitzgerald. To the wing on the left. Pass to Dunn. Zazulin. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot.
New Orleans foul. Marshall. That's his second personal foul. 13 fouls. Pelican substitution. OG Anunoby. Matherin.
Here's Milutinov. Pelicans pull it in. Here's Marshall. Right side, Matherin. Trying to get something going. And they pick up 2.
Boy, you see the strength, the upper body strength of Benedict Matherin to complete that play.
From deep three-point land. That shot off. The Pelicans have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. To the inside, Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Here's Milutinov. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
All the officials are all over that one.
No good on that one. Stevenson, he's checked in for Toronto. And the second free throw, good.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Anunoby kicks to Marshall. Launches a 3. Sinks the triple. Marshall's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New Orleans.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now, here's Marshall. Shot clock at 5. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Shot's good by Walker.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
And it's the Pelicans' ball. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Sparks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
And so Walker nails both of them. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now it's time to present the